There you go. Cool. Hello, Sir Chris Ron. I'll make you and Nam Jasmine co-hosts. Ayan, we're streaming na pala over YouTube. Ano po? Just to warn you.
Villiard.
So,
Hello, good afternoon.
Good
good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Okay na ba ang video audio mo?
Mm, now let me just see. Yeah, I think okay na.
Sige. Okay. So, you're on YouTube, right, Michelle?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So, I think we can start. So, Villiard, this video is recorded para sa asynchronous session or viewing ng mga students ng EEE 190. So, I welcome all viewers, so EEE 190 students and from the EEE 190 community. So, I'm introducing to you an AI engineer at Samsung R&D Institute Philippines, an alumni of EEE also, Willard Joshua Jose. So, please, you can have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Now let me just share my screen. Okay, so good afternoon. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about Samsung R&D Institute Philippines, and this is currently my company. So I've been with Samsung for 2 years, more than 2 years already, and I started June 2018. So until now, I'm still here. Yeah. Okay. Just a sec. Okay. So, ayun. Okay. Okay lang naman mag-Filipino, no? For for this talk. Ayun, chat. Sige. Okay. So, yon. I'll be introducing Samsung, as in Samsung Electronics. Then after that, Samsung R&D Philippines or SRPH. So, that's where I'm
May
currently working.
excuse me, Willard, may
Yes.
nagko-block nung
Anong
PowerPoint.
slides? Okay. So, hindi
So,
ko
I
na siya
think
pwedeng
dapat ang
maka-open.
naka-share yung um, PowerPoint na application.
Okay. Ngayon, may naka-block ba? Or wala naman?
Okay na.
Okay. So, totally wala. Okay. Sige. Yun. So, yon. I'll be talking about Samsung Electronics, then yung Samsung R&D Philippines, and working at Samsung R&D Philippines. Yon. So, Samsung, it's one of the world's innovation leaders. And we can see that in terms of both research and development spending and also patent application. So, if I'm not sure if nagkatalk na regarding intellectual property for your EEE 190. I'm not sure yung subject, but in your EEE 190, I think. Yon. So, patents are usually filed by companies and individuals to protect their inventions, and Samsung ranks second in the world in terms of the number of patents filed worldwide. So, ang number one right now is IBM, but next is Samsung. Then, in terms of R&D spending, it's also one of the leading companies investing in research and development. Medyo old na yung dito na 2016, but I think even until now, it's still about the same. Where Samsung Electronics is still on top. Yeah. So, yeah, strategic direction and focus areas of Samsung and Samsung Research. We want to harness creativity from our engineers and employees, and we want to make partnerships with them. And that's also why we want to hire great people, such as people coming from Triple E and UP. Yan. So, as we know, you guys, after you graduate, are going to be among the top engineers in the Philippines. So, yun. And our business areas, we have businesses in info. infotainment, and life care. So telco, so yung mga smartphones, also yung mga network equipment, AV, including television displays. Yon. So I'll just show you a quick video of our wait lang. A quick video of introduction ng Samsung. Share. Computer sound, screen sharing. Okay. Yan.
I think what people don't know yet about us, Samsung R&D Philippines, is that we are doing a lot of research on different technologies such as Internet of Things, augmented reality, virtual reality, deep learning, mobile and web intelligence.
And we work on different devices like mobile phone, wearables, Gear VR, robot vacuum cleaners, smart TVs, and Bluetooth devices like speakers and sleep sensors, motion sensors, and open-close sensors, and the list just kinda goes on and on.
It can be tough at times, but what I've come to realize and what's great about this place is the people. They're the ones that make me excited to come to work. We all want to hear each other's ideas and we all want to help each other and support one another.
Samsung really values the people and
I like working here in SRPH because I'm able because everyone's so nice and friendly. Whenever I need help, everyone's just really approachable.
Being in SRPH is a lot like being in college. You get to study. There are a lot of material you can learn, and there are people that are a lot like your classmates. That at one point you'll talk to them seriously about projects, about algorithms, about codes, and in another point you can play card games with them, silly card games like Exploding Kittens. The only difference is that you get paid to be a student.
Being a fresh graduate, having a great work job is very, it paves the way. And so far, SRPH has been a good experience for me. A reputable company, a good working environment, great people, and I hope to learn more things from this company in the future.
One of the best things that happened in my life is when I joined Samsung. Not only it opened a lot of sites on various memorable things that I experienced here in Samsung is when I went to Korea for a business trip. I was able to meet our Korean counterparts and learn more about Korean culture. I can say that the best attitude that they have is they value co-prosperity. Every milestone is being rewarded in many different forms of incentives, enough to make people feel more appreciated of their hard work. Another is happy to be considered as trendsetters since we are given opportunities to explore new technology. Thus, I am very proud that I am part of one of the top companies in the world.
Okay. So, ayun. Medyo nagka-cut lang yung audio. I think this is my first time sharing a video over Zoom. Parang maganda naman yung quality, pero yun, nagka-cut siya. I think mataas yung CPU. Anyway, so that's a quick introduction ng Samsung R&D Philippines and some testimonials from some of our employees and engineers. Yun. Medyo iba pala talaga tawag dito. Medyo iba company talk kapag virtual versus yung nandun sa VLC. Before din kasi nagtatalk ako sa EEE 190 rin. Company talk din sa VLC. And yun, nakikita ko yung mga students, tapos nag-eye contact, and nakikita ko kapag bored na kayo or hindi. But yun, walang feedback when it comes to Zoom. So I'll try my best to make it engaging and interesting. And if any of you have questions, yun, you can always chat dun sa group chat below. Yun, I'll make sure to answer at any point in time. Yun, okay. So yun yung quick introduction. Ay. Share. Yan, okay. So these are some of the main products of Samsung. Yung mga product lines. So dito sa upper left merong smartwatch. So if nakakita na kayo ng smartwatch ng Samsung, yung pabilog tas yung iniikot, then nagpapalit yung display. So it runs on Tizen. So para siyang Android na operating system, but it's built and optimized for wearable devices. So low power and long battery life. Then we also have yung mga smart TVs. So sa smart TVs, yung display technology itself is QLED, quantum dot na light LEDs. But we add a lot more intelligence to the TV so that you can perform all of your media consumption on the device. So you don't need to plug any computer to play your videos or to stream or to open your photos. Yun, you can just use the TV itself. Then there's also yung smart appliances. So kung nakakita na kayo nung ref ng Samsung na merong malaking display at Wi-Fi enabled, yan. So yan yung smart ref, smart refrigerator ng Samsung. And yun, meron din siyang, I think it also runs on Tizen, and it's also connected to the internet, and it has applications. Then there's also some research on smart cars and automated vehicles. Then here dun sa rightmost, I guess Samsung is in a unique position compared to other companies in that it has product lines very diverse. So you have yung mga handheld na mga phones, you have your mga home appliances, and actually sa Korea, marami pang ibang bagay ang Samsung, even life insurance. Samsung even goes into that business, tas pati yung shipbuilding, yon. But yung relevant sa atin is yung mga nasa bahay. So we have the appliances and we have the mobile devices. And since not a lot of manufacturers and companies have product lines in all of those different segments, yon. So Samsung is actually in a unique position to leverage its products for a consistent ecosystem like yung smart home. So you could set you can go to your home. Ay, bago ka pala pumasok sa bahay, like you're 1 hour away, pauwi ka pa lang from commute, then pwede mo nang iset sa phone na, okay, i-on yung aircon para pagdating malamig. Yun, medyo social and expensive, but yun, the Samsung ecosystem actually enables you to do that. And yun, may smart buildings and then smartphones, of course. Ito yung pinaka-sikat. So, um, among Android phones, Samsung yung parang best brand and yung most premium na products. But there are also budget offerings from Samsung. Then there's also Gear VR before. So ito yung virtual reality headset and other camera products. Yun. So if you're part of Samsung, depending on the project you have at Samsung R&D Philippines, you can actually work on a lot of different product segments and services of Samsung. Yun. Okay. Wait, nasan yung chat? Hindi ko makita yung chat. Ay, sorry. Natanggal yung screen. Slideshow. Share screen. Ayan, okay. Yon. So, Samsung is headquartered sa Korea, South Korea. Then, for those na hindi familiar, so yung mga, kaya kung mapapansin nyo yung latest na Samsung Galaxy Note na advertisement, has BTS. BTS yung background music, tapos endorser din sila. So, it's because Korea. Yan, so malaking partnership nila doon. And also, there are 28 global R&D centers. So there's there's 3 in Southeast Asia. One of them is the Philippines. So yung isa is si Indonesia, I think. Yun. Pero si Philippines yung one out of only 3 in Southeast Asia. And the rest are in Europe, in North America, in South America, Brazil, I think, in Japan, Southwest Africa, India, and yun, Russia and China, in addition to Korea. So there are 28 R&D centers. So out of 100 plus countries in the world, or 200 plus ba? Yun. So 28 lang, tas isa rin doon ng Philippines. Yun. So we're located sa Taguig City, sa McKinley Hill. So if you want to visit us, yun, dun sa 9th floor Science Hub Tower 3. But yun, right now it's COVID, so I hope everyone's keeping safe. So kami rin right now currently we're in a temporary work from home due to the quarantine restrictions. Yon. But normally we go to work here in McKinley Hill sa office namin. Yun. So the brief history of Samsung Research Philippines. So it started in 2012 as Samsung Philippines Mobile Center. And back then, ang dinedevelop ng SPMC back then was Android customization for Galaxy phones in Australia and New Zealand. But by 2013, it transformed from a mobile center to an R&D center. So hindi na lang siya gumagawa ng projects for the mobile division or yung for the phones, but also for other Samsung Electronics products. So yun, nag-expand ng solution development beyond the Galaxy portfolio. And 2014 to 2016, yun, even developing solutions for the medical devices division. And if familiar kayo sa may Samsung printers kasi before, so yun, expanded the portfolio to the printer and the web solutions. And particularly dun sa printer, yun, ginawan siya ng, may Tizen kasi before, diba? And yun, so actually there are Samsung printers and scanners na yung interface niya is like a Samsung tablet na Android. So, yun, maganda yung ecosystem ng printers. But yun, binenta ni Samsung globally yung printer business to HP, I think. So yun. But we still have the web solutions, and actually right now that's our core strengths in web, big data, data intelligence, yun, and web development and cloud solutions. So In 2017, yon, nilaunch din ng SRPH ang UP Samsung Classroom. So, I think it's room 206 yon sa main building, sa old building ng EEE, yung color blue yung doors. Yun, yung UP Samsung classroom. And right now, our current focus is on web, cloud, platform, and mobile intelligence. Yan. Ayun. Saan ba tayo? Ayun. So, globally, yung Samsung research core technology themes are in these 8 um, segments, which is artificial intelligence, data intelligence, next generation communications. So itong next generation communications, ito yung mga network. So 5G, 6G, ganon. Both on the mobile side and on the network side sa telco. Then there's also Samsung robots and Tizen. Then life care and new experiences. So ito yung related sa mobile. Next generation display and media and security. So ito yung main research areas where Samsung Research invests in. And one of the sample, one of those teams would be ito. So si Tizen, as mentioned before, there's Tizen in refrigerators, in wearables, so yung mga Galaxy Watch, yon, in televisions. So I think this television here is yung tawag dito, yung the frame ata yung tawag sa kanya. Yan. Tapos, nasa na ba tayo? Yun, may mga soundbar itong nasa rightmost ata eh. Yun, and yung mga speakers din. So they're all running in Tizen. So what Samsung is trying to research here is how to make devices more intelligent, more feature rich, while at the same time, especially for wearables, more power efficient then and have a longer battery life. Yeah. Another tech field is ito yung next generation communications. So I'd like to share another video. Yun, sana naman medyo okay yung share para hindi mag-cut yung audio. I think it's because of the CPU. So patayin ko lang yung video ko. Then I'll just open the video. Let me see. Full screen. Share. Yeah, so this video is a specific solution sa 5G networks. So it's for network planning. So yun, majority of our projects in Samsung R&D Philippines is on web and cloud and mobile, as mentioned before. So it's software engineering and application development. And one of them is related to this video I'm going to show. So yung software engineering and application development, it's most closely related to computer science, but it's also related to computer engineering. I think meron ding software engineering courses and project management courses actually yung computer engineering. But siguro yung mga ECE and EE hindi masyado nakaka-relate. So more on mas related kasi sa COE. But we also accept even yung mga ECE. And I guess yung mga network division products ng Samsung Electronics, they're actually very relevant to ECE. Yun. So yung ako personally, yung mga natutunan ko from EEE 107 pa kasi yung tawag sa course ng yung ECE introduction sa amin. I'm not sure kung anong course number na siya ngayon. Pero sa amin dati, it's EEE 107. Ha? Ay, old curriculum pa rin. Ayun. So, EEE 107. Yung topics doon medyo, di ba, foundational, theoretical. But actually, when you work with network division, with network products and services, yon, it really helps if you have domain knowledge sa um, network technologies. Yon. So let me just share this. Share computer sound. Optimize for video clip. Yeah.
Samsung's Cognitive RPO provides intelligent and accurate analysis for operators during planning and deployment to analyze the performance and coverage of a base station before deployment. We can provide millimeter wave radio planner and massive MIMO radio planner to cover both millimeter wave and mid-band spectrums. The tools leverage machine learning AI algorithms to create exact 3D semantic maps and applies ray tracing techniques to examine each and every signal that is sent from a base station. Its automatic site planning function recommends the best deployment sites once the user selects a certain region and the targeted coverage rate KPI. In other words, it tells you exactly where to locate the radios to meet the targeted coverage. The massive MIMO radio planner analyzes the KPI of base stations and devices before actual deployment of mid-band, low-band massive MIMO radios in existing LTE sites or new sites. The tool informs operators of the sites that would benefit the most from massive MIMO radio deployment.
Ayun. So, for those na familiar sa telco, sa teleco, how cell phones and the telco networks work, actually, merong mga cell sites, diba? So, from 2G to 3G to 4G, we have these large cell sites, mga kilometers yung range ng base stations. However, as we move to 5G, kailangan ng ever higher bandwidth. So, kapag tumaas yung bandwidth, tataas din yung frequency. Yon, para kapag mas mataas yung carrier frequency, mas malaki yung bandwidth na kaya nating magamit for communications. Yon, sa 107. And ito naman medyo physics. When we increase the carrier frequency, yon, bumababa rin yung range ng transmission. So, dahil bumababa yung range na kaya nung higher frequency and higher bandwidth signals natin, pagdating kasi sa 5G, tinataasan nga para tumaas yung data transmission rate. Yon. So dahil lumiliit yung range, we have a pressing need to increase our coverage. So kapag lumiit yung range ng cell sites natin, anong solution para magkaroon ng malaking coverage? Damihan yung cell sites. Pero ang isang cell site is expensive. Yon. So, how do you optimize yung pag-position ng mga cell sites and yung yung positioning, tapos planning of where to deploy them so that cost efficient yung deployment. Yon. And I think, I'm not sure pero I think for the old technologies, yung telcos na mismo yung nagde-decide where to put the cell sites. So yun yung manual network planning. But for 5G, since sobrang dami ng mga cell sites, we want to make it as cost efficient as possible. So yun yung solution na to basically. Yun. Share ko lang ulit a bit yung some slides na part. So wave, yun yung high frequency. Tapos ayan, ito meron siyang simulation for the wave radio planner, and it leverages AI algorithms for getting the optimal positioning. So I think hanggang ganun lang yung pwede ko i-share. But why I'm emphasizing this is with Samsung's products is very interdisciplinary. So we have the software engineering solution itself, and it has the AI and machine learning algorithms that all work for a network or telco problem. Yun. So, in the world today, if you're a triple E graduate, it would be very advantageous if you can learn more about the other fields and be more interdisciplinary. So the more fields you know, the more valuable you are as an engineer, and so mas marami rin kayo may intindihan Ayun. Ano pa bang sasabihin ko about it? Yun lang naman. So it's good to specialize and find your main research focus or your main specialization. So if you want to study embedded systems, good. But yun, parang when it comes to career, it would be nice if yung skills nyo ay parang T-shaped, as in yung letter na T, as in tango, na meron kayong isang line, horizontally, marami kayong breadth of knowledge, na marami kayong alam sa iba-ibang fields. Di kailangan malalim o kailangan mababaw. Then meron kayong specific specialization. So yun yung vertical line dun sa T. Yun. And it makes you more adaptive to the different needs of our society. Yun. Yan. So, medyo marami rin akong, so ito personal addition na. Yan, medyo marami yung realizations from working in a multinational company like Samsung kasi they have a global view and they have a global perspective in terms of what products and services they need to offer to solve real product pain points. Yon. Ay, real world pain points pala. Yon. So yun yung for sample Samsung Research Technology. Then another one is in robotics. So actually Samsung has, ay hindi pala ako naka-share. Sorry. Samsung has some robot solutions. So etong tatlong robots na to, they've been showcased in CES 2019. So if familiar kayo sa CES, yung Consumer Electronics Show ata sa abroad. Yun. And I'll show another video on ano ba yung products ni Samsung. Like, meron kasing quick demo. Oops. Wait lang. Saan yung... Yan. Naka-single monitor kasi ako ngayon. Yun. Mas madaling mag-zoom kapag multi-monitor. Share computer sound, optimize screen sharing for video clip. Ayan. Okay. So let me just play.
Good morning, Jesse. Did you sleep well? You slept a total of 8 hours.
Ayun. So, yun yung video ng Samsung robots. And, yun. Hindi pa siya commercially available. They're just being showcased right now. Wait lang ah. So, may tatlong robots na pinakita doon. I think, yun. So, I can't share much details kasi these are still confidential. But, I think, clear naman sa video na yung 3 robots there. Yung una, yung nasa leftmost, is a personal home robot or care robot. Yung dun sa rightmost, ito yung pangalawa, para siyang air purifier robot. And yung nandun naman sa middle, yung nakita nyong may nag-tap ng smartphone, yun, it's for retail establishments na robot. Yun. Right now, admittedly, mahal pa yung mga robots and hindi pa siya siguro very economically viable, unlike siguro yung mga smartphones where everyone has one. But the nice thing about a company like Samsung is, since it's a corporation, they have the resources to invest in future technologies, even those technologies na years or for some maybe decades. Yan. Pero I think ito naman ay mga years away. So yun. What else? Yun. So yun yung kay Global Samsung Research. And majority ng Samsung R&D Philippines na projects and specific types of work are confidential. Pero I'll share some two of the na public na na SRPH na works. First is on so sa Samsung phones, merong Samsung Daily kasi na tinatawag. So para siyang splash page. And just this May, I think, May 21, may press release na yon yung COVID-19 cases ng Philippines ay meron na siyang updated card for real-time updates. Yon. Well, as soon as dumating sa DOH yung data. Yon. And another one, if for those with Samsung phones, if you're familiar with the Samsung 321 app, so it's for emergency hotlines. If may fire or may medical emergency, yon, you can use the Samsung 321 app for your emergency needs and localize siya to Philippines. And yun, nung May 6, yun, nag-release na rin ng COVID-19 hotlines and mga other information relevant to COVID-19. So yun yung kasagsagan pa nung lockdown, I think. Mga May. Tama, no? March until May ata. Or June. Yun. What else? So, working at SRPH. So, yun. Right now, I'm not sure what the actual job openings are, but yun, hindi pa naman kayo gagraduate next year. Next semester pa naman kayo gagraduate. So, by then, I guess, full force na ulit yung mga hiring and projects namin. So, yun. Yung most ng career opportunities are in web development. So, this is both front-end and back-end development. Data analytics and data science. Tapos, you have mobile development, of course, and DevOps. So DevOps is yung intersection between the development and the operations or the deployment. And then we also have some in R&D support. So if some of you are Korean speakers, yon. And artificial intelligence. So nabura ata siya dito. Yon. And perks and benefits ng Samsung R&D Institute Philippines. Yan. May HMO, competitive salary, performance bonus, employee discount, travel opportunities. So marami kasing projects na merong mga counterpart with mostly Korea, sometimes in India and sometimes in US. Yun. Then MS scholarships. Currently, nag-MS ako under UCL. So yun, supported by Samsung also and others. Yun. And then how to join SRPH. So just to introduce with you, yun. So you can submit your resume review through our website. Mamaya may link naman dito sa presentation. Or you can send it to someone na Samsung employee like ako, pwede rin through me. Then we will give you an algorithm exam. Yan. So more on this later. And then after passing the algorithm exam, yun, meron ding HR and technical interviews before your final interview. So let me just talk a little more about yung algorithm exam. Yun, yun. So as noted pala kanina na nasa old EEE curriculum pa rin kayo like me. And yung curriculum natin is heavily geared towards electrical and electronics engineering, so EEE, and computer engineering, which is understandable and tama naman yung curriculum. But for a company like Samsung, where we're dealing a lot with programming and software development, yun. So we need skills then related to computer science, and we put a very big premium sa algorithms and data structures knowledge. Yun. So medyo sa EEE hindi ganun ka um, katibay yung foundation sa algorithms and data structure because hindi naman nga yun yung parang specialization natin, which is understandable. But um, just to let you know also that even though that's not our specialization, parang yung na-mention ko kanina na breadth of knowledge and knowing other things, uh, na not necessarily your specialization, is actually very, very useful to have a good foundation in algorithms and data structures. So even yung mga basic na stacks, queues, arrays, linked lists, ano pa ba? Hash tables, tries, binary search trees, ano pa ba? So yun yung mga basic, and there's also others like yung mga ano pa ba? Trip, um, uh, yun, nakalimutan ko na iba. But like, yung ganun mga data structures, mga hash tables, ano pa bang advanced data structures? Segment trees, yun, quad trees. These kinds of data structures help us make our programs and solutions more efficient and faster. And you might not appreciate it right now, siguro when you're still in college, but as the world gets more, ano ba tawag dito? More computerized and lahat nagiging software. Actually, all professions, I think personally, it will need to have some kind of programming skills in the future. So, parang ngayon, di ba lahat ng tao parang expected na marunong magkaroon ng office skills like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. I think in the future, it's going to be the same with programming. It's going to be a very commoditized na skill, and you need to be able to differentiate yourself and excel in that. Yon. So why? For example, even if nasa very far field tayo, let's say um, microbiology or genetics, yon. Actually, they're using a lot of algorithms and data structures to process genetic data. Yon. So yung mga DNA sequences, they reach terabytes, or ano ba yung next ng tera? Petabytes. Yon. They reach those large amounts of data, and it's very difficult to analyze. So actually, they're using machine learning even to check for genetic sequence defects and yung mga genetic disorders. And yun, even sa physics, so may professor raw before sa NIP. Ngayon, nagpo-postdoc siya sa South Africa, I think. Tapos, gumagamit sila ng decision trees for their scientific analysis ng mga high energy physics, yung mga particle physics phenomena. Yun. So, even yung mga basic sciences, they're going to programming and into software development and machine learning. And yun, it's a very important skill. So lalo na for us na medyo malapit sa field ng software engineering and programming, yun, it's even more crucial. So yun, medyo malaki yung premium namin na nilalagay sa algorithms and data structures. And I'm not sure if meron pa sa batch nyo na sumasali sa algorithmic contests, yung mga programming contests like ACM, ICPC. Yun. So those kinds of skills yung exactly hinahanap namin. Yun. What else? Yun. So if you're good with that, yun, medyo madali na makapasa through the HR and technical interviews and the final interview. Yun. So all of you will be fresh grads by next semester if you graduate and choose to apply to us. And yun, we're not expecting you to have in-depth knowledge of the actual web technologies or cloud technologies, but it's more important for you to be very to be a very fast learner and adaptive. Yan. Okay, yan. To highlight the point dun sa culture namin sa algorithms and data structures, we actually have a yearly contest called yung Samsung Algo Challenge. Yan. Not sure if meron kayong kilalang galing Tripoli dito. Pero alam ko meron eh. Yun. Yun. Tapos, yun. So, meron kaming prizes. And, yun. Supposedly, it's held around September to October, but because of COVID this year wala. Ayun, so expect an algo challenge around September October 2021. Yun, sana matuloy. Yun, part din kasi ako nung part din kami nung nag-organize. And even if you're a graduate already, student or professional or engineer, you can join the Samsung Algo Challenge, and yun, merong mga prizes, and it also makes you more marketable to Samsung as an employee also. Ayun. So, yun lang. What's next? Yun. So, ito na pala yung kanina, no? So, same slide lang siya. And speaking of yung company culture naman, you heard kanina dun sa promotional video na we have na parang one of the things that make people stay is because of the people. So yun. A lot of the engineers in Samsung are a lot of them are medyo at the young side, yung mga young age, mga 20s, 30s, and it's very easy to um, connect with people in Samsung. Yun. So a lot of them are also engineers from UP. Yeah, so marami kaming GWP events and trainings. Yun, yung mga GWP means Great Workplace. Yan. Pero right now wala masyado dahil nga COVID, but we have summer outings, Christmas party, ganun. And quarterly team buildings. Yan. Pa ba mga events like ano ba to? Valentine's event, tapos Father's Day event. Tama itong nasa upper left. Ayun. So yun lang, yun yung general overview ng Samsung R&D Institute Philippines, and a little also about Samsung Electronics na global na Samsung. Ayun. So let me just stop the share. Ayun. May questions ba or wala naman?
So, Miss Michelle?
Hindi ko kasi
Hi.
nakikita yun sa Facebook or sa YouTube.
Meron pong questions sa YouTube.
Wow, okay.
Well, we're streaming right now on YouTube, but we haven't received any questions yet. So this is an open invitation to everyone who's watching. So kanina na-repost na yung live stream link sa Triple E groups as well as College of Engineering group. So we're expecting some people from those groups to join us as well. So please feel free to drop your questions sa may chat pane ng YouTube live stream natin. Right now po, Ma'am Jasmine, wala pa.
May share lang pala ako. Yun. So, yun. Medyo mahirap kasi yung setup na remote. So, understandably, kahit nga yung sa VLC kapag physical, yun, ang dami pa rin hindi hindi responsive. So, medyo mahirap gawing engaging. But if you have any questions na maisip nyo, so since may recording, makikita naman to. Yun, you can always email me dito sa email. So, I'm using the Triple E email. Yan, williard.jose@triple-e.upd.edu.ph. Pag hindi ako nag-reply, just send another email. Yun.
Cool. Thank you.
So I agree with you. It's hard to have lectures and seminars usually because there is no feedback from the viewers. Okay, so I think since a unique experience ng students nandito, naabutan sila ng pandemic while on school, tanong ko na lang din kung kailangan ba yung 190 nila related dun sa research areas of Samsung, so can they join the company, and what's the learning curve since nabanggit mo parang more on ComSci yung ginagamit sa Samsung. So, mahirap ba humabol kapag triple E graduate ka?
So, yung first question is related sa research sa EEE 190. So, no, not necessarily. But of course, it would be a great advantage to you if your topic is closely related. So, I guess sa mga labs ng EEE, yung medyo malapit ay CNL and UCL. Yun. CNL and UCL. Oh, tama. CNL and UCL. So, meron ding mga networking project. So, when we talk about the cloud, yun, marami ring network configurations involved and maraming research innovations in that area. Share ko lang din pala. So this is public information to Triple E naman and UP. So actually Samsung has research collaboration project with UCL with Dr. Roel Atienza, with CNL din kay Dr. Roel Ocampo, and sa computer science din kay Dr. Will, oh my gosh, nakalimutan ko name ni Sir ano, Sir Wilson. Ayun. So we have those collaboration projects in artificial intelligence and in computer networks and cloud technologies, and yun. We actually have knowledge sharing with CNL. Um, that parang may time na sinasama kami sa every Wednesdays. Yun. So if your research is close to networks and AI, yun, very welcome. If not, it's also still okay. Yun. So I guess that answers the first question. Yun, tama ba? And yung second question is, how big is the learning curve? So it's related to computer science and not necessarily to electrical or electronics engineering. So computer engineering medyo related. Um, Learning curve wise, actually a lot of triple E graduates, if they don't go to Samsung, actually they go to other IT related and software engineering um, jobs. So in terms of learning curve, I guess it's not that difficult given na sobrang hirap ng subjects sa triple E. So that kind of training, even though it's not the kind of skills we're looking for directly, that kind of training helps helps hone your engineering skills and your problem solving skills, your creativity skills, and it's very very useful. Yon. May question pala sa group chat. Can I answer it? Yan. From Richmond Eustacio. Hello po, I just want to ask kung ano po yung mga adjustments made by Samsung R&D in your working operations during this pandemic. Thank you po. So yun, right now, we're in a temporary work from home basis. Yun, since our work is of engineering and programming and it can be done remotely naman. Yun. But generally, we work on site in the office, and I guess I'll relate it with um the policies of even other companies like si Google and si Microsoft pala yon, na they're also doing work from home even in the US, so sobrang daming cases doon, but they value and actually they see the value in working on site, in that creative um yung mga creative na light bulb moments, yon, yung parang nanggagaling sila sa mga casual interactions with coworkers. So there's still value in working in the office. Yon. So that's part of the reason why yun yung arrangement namin talaga. But right now, yun, we're working temporarily work from home. Ayun. Um, ayun. Yun, nadagdagan ko pa yung content. Yun. Ayun, may isa pang question si Sir Lucas. What is the benefit of having a master's degree in your career in Samsung? Is this a personal question targeted to me or is it a question na general? Yun. So, kung targeted to me, yun, I don't have a master's degree yet. I'm trying to finish it. So, hi, Dr. Atienza. Sana matapos ka na yung thesis ko. Yun. So, um, benefit, of course, it helps you have mastery in your specialization. And um, so sa Triple E 190 kasi, I think, well, hindi ko sure pala kung tinuturo siya sa 190 um, na explicit. Pero sa subject ko na EE 296, so kay Ma'am Belay, yun. So parang in-explain niya doon what's the difference between a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a PhD degree. What skills are being tested and what skills are being developed. So sa bachelor's degree, it's about the understanding of the theory and the fundamentals of your chosen field. So it's more of trying to understand what's out there. Pag master's degree, you have this topic or this specialization, and having a master's degree proves that you're able to work in a research project, in a research project na medyo open-ended, and where the solution is not just an engineering problem. So, it's something that you have to solve on your own. So, may konting problem solving. Pagdating naman ng PhD, you're actually pushing the frontiers of knowledge to places na to fields na hindi pa na-explore before. So you're actually adding to the knowledge ng humankind. Yun. So si master's degree is between yung bachelor's and PhD, and having a master's degree proves that you have the skills to be independent and to investigate independently and solve projects na merong um, unknowns and research parts. Yun. So yun yung big advantage into getting a master's degree. If you have a bachelor's degree, well, there are a lot of successful people with bachelor's degrees only, but that doesn't mean that getting a master's degree does not add value yun. So actually for me, it actually adds a lot of value, and yung mga, well, for me kasi yung tech field is directly related to some of the fields of Samsung and yung booming right now in the tech industry, and knowing the state of the art in the academic world is actually very useful for my work. Yun. So dun sa in general yun, nasagot naman yung question, and dun sa personal yun, um very relevant siya. Yun. Ayun, okay. Yun. Okay. If there are no more questions sa YouTube or sa Facebook, wala namang tumagtag. Yan. If wala, it's okay.
Well, I think
None over YouTube po.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Williard. You introduced well the how impressive is the research and design in Samsung Research and Design Philippines, or SRPH, and you also gave practical advices for our students on expanding their skills through specialization and how will they view the work life after graduating. So we have another company talk. Please join the other Zoom meeting link or view the other YouTube video. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Villar. So see you around in Triple E kung next sem ay di ka pa-graduate or wala ng pandemic. Sige.
Thank
So
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye
you.
and keep safe.
Thanks everyone. I'll be ending the meeting now.